sleep in the saddle, drink the rain, eat nothing but dried meat, dried milk, and horse blood. Such is the life of a Mongol at war. At night, we are rewarded with fermented yak's milk and the promise of Persian treasures. Driven on by the words of the great Khan, we have crossed miles of the Asian continent at full gallop. Before us lies the vast empire of Persia. The Khwarezm Shah will be given one chance to submit, and then his cities will be pulled down brick by brick. But not all of us head into Persia. Genghis has sent Sobotai Batur of the reindeer people north into Russia. The Russian principalities are disorganized, and Genghis hopes that Sobotai can break them one by one. Then the Horde will rule all of Asia.
Great Khan, our assassins are concealed in these trade carts. Once the carts are near the Persian Shah, the assassins will strike. Without their leader, the Persians will fall like grass beneath our hooves.
Амар минь болгоё. Зүйтэй. Барилгачин. Амар минь дүү. Барилгачин. Бэлэн байна тэнтэжэгч. Барилгачин. Тийм үү? Тийм ээ. Модчин.
It's the horde of Genghis Khan. We are doomed.
Бэлэн. Захар гуурхач.
Бэлэн байна.
Тийм ээ. Барилгачин. Тийм үү? Гуурхач.
Careful, Great Khan. If the Persians see our army, they will not accept our gift.
Timo.
The Persian army numbered nearly 500,000 men, but was beaten by a Mongol army less than half that size. The governors of outlying cities were executed by pouring molten silver into their eyes and throats. The capital city of Samarkand, which was expected to withstand our siege for a full year, fell in 5 days. Separate mountains were made of the skulls of men, women, children, horses, dogs, and cats. We roamed the streets in wonder at the opulence of the Persians, drinking at their fountains and gorging ourselves on sherbet and tropical fruit. For a man born in a tent, it seemed as if Genghis Khan had torn open the gates to heaven itself. Russia and Mesopotamia were now ours to command. The empire now stretched over 7,000 miles, from the Pacific Ocean to the Black Sea. We were about to enter Europe when tragedy struck. Old wolves do not die gracefully. Warriors, their whole lives, they do not know how to live when they grow old and their fangs fall out. Such it is with Mongols as well. Genghis Khan was now 80 years old. On the night when we knew our glorious conquest was about to end, Genghis summoned his sons to his tent. They found their father shivering before a fire, delirious with pain. "My descendants will wear gold," he said. "They will eat the finest meals and ride the finest horses, and forget to whom they owe it all. A deed is not glorious until it is finished." And he refused to die until Ogedai, his third son, promised to continue the war. Ogedai emerged from the tent, carrying his father's bow, and declared, "This storm is not yet finished. I hear the sound of lightning, and it strikes in Poland." The church bells rang in Europe when they saw our horde pouring out of the mountains. The armies of Bohemia and Germany hastened to Poland's defense. To them, our army might have been from the underworld itself, still commanded by the shade of the Great Khan.
Бэлэн бай. Тийм ээ. Би болгоо ишин. Тийм үү? Занчин.
Зүйтэй. Барилгачин. Захир би болгоё. Зүйтэй.
Lord Ogedai, King Wenceslas is approaching with a huge army. Scouts have located a region in the pass ahead where we can make our stand. If we build strong fortifications, we will smash their army against our walls and towers.
Барилгачин.
Бэлэн бай. Модчин.
Careful, my lord. The fortress of Wenceslas is just up ahead. We cannot defeat them man to man.
Барилгачин. барилгачин.
Lord Ogadai, we are taking too long to construct our defenses. The Bohemian cavalry could arrive at any moment.
Mongols! We're doomed for certain!
Polish flag captured! Bohemian flag captured! German flag captured. All 3 flags captured. We are victorious!
European knights fight as individuals, but Mongols fight as part of a united army. Laden down with armor, the Polish and Germans could not catch our quick-footed horses. Time and again, we fired flaming arrows at them, then retreated out of range. When the enemy cavalry pursued, we would lead them into an ambush. The ambush was always announced by the Nakara, a huge drum carried into battle on a camel. 100 times 100 times has the Nakara sounded on this day. We were ordered to cut off an ear of every victim. 9 large sacks of ears were sent back to Genghis Khan. Only one power stands in our way. France and the kingdoms beyond are beaten from decades of crusades. If we break Eastern Europe, then it is likely that all of Western Europe will surrender. But to break the East, we must defeat Hungary. Hungary possesses the most formidable cavalry in all of Europe. They have not only the strength of European armor, but their horses are cousins to our own, having drifted in from across the Russian steppes. The Saho River that separates us from the army of Hungary is frozen, so we will be unable to deploy boats. Instead, the battle will be won or lost over who controls the bridge. Subotai is coming with reinforcements. If we can survive the charge of the Hungarian knights until Subotai arrives, then we can hope to take the bridge. Much rests on this simple bridge. If we capture the Saho crossing, we capture Hungary. If Hungary falls, so falls Europe. With Europe and Asia under Mongol control, our conquest of the world will be complete and final.
Lord Ogadai, we must hold off the Hungarians until Subotai arrives. He will be here in 40 minutes.
Just get us close enough to an enemy building, and we will give our lives for the cause.
Зүйтэй. Барилгач. Тимо. Бэлэн байна. Амар
За
мэндүү.
зүйтэй. Барилгачин.
Тимо. Бэлэн. Тим. Тушаал сонс гүйцэтгэе. Бэлэн. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Тушаал сонс гүйцэтгэе. Бэлэн. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Тимо. Тим. Бэлэн. Тимо. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Тим. Гүйцэтгэе. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Тушаал сонс. Бэлэн. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Тим. Гүйцэтгэе. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе.
Барилгачин.
Захир.
Subotai should be here in 20 minutes. Subotai should be here in 10 minutes. He'd better not be late. Subotai and his men have arrived in the east.
Тим. Гүйцэтгэе. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе. Тим үү. Бэлэн гүйцэтгэе. Мэдлэг гүйцэтгэе.
The Hungarians are trying to blow up the Sajo River Bridge. Such is the fate of the Hungarians and all who would oppose the tribes of Mongolia.
Nothing stands between us and the Atlantic Ocean. The Mongol Empire comprises 2 whole continents. Europe and Asia belong to the Hordes. Every place we have entered has changed forever with our passing. Russia, once filled with quarreling city-states, much like the old Mongol tribes, will forever be melded into a single gigantic empire. Genghis Khan forged the largest empire ever created in the life of one man. His body was carried back to the river Onon, where the legendary Blue Wolf and Fallow Doe once lived. He was buried in the ground, and 1,000 horsemen rode over the site to disguise it. Genghis Khan's final resting place was devoured by the steppes. My people cherish the legend that their great ruler will one day return to lead his horsemen to another bloody victory.